One of the best things about new phones launching all the time is that when the latest and greatest arrives, there are some good discounts available on the older models. So with Samsung's Galaxy S3 Mini, S4 Mini and S5 Mini, you can either pick the most up-to-date handset or save yourself some cash and get the older S4 or S3. Here's the deal, if you're looking for a handset around the £120 price range, then the S3 Mini is ideal. It's got the usual Samsung user interface, so if you've ever used one of the firm's phones before, you'll feel at home. Obviously, it has a slightly less modern look to it than the two newer phones, and it won't be updated past Android's Jelly Bean, but for a budget phone, it's got plenty going for it, including expandable storage for music, video, or via microSD card. The S4 Mini is probably the best value. For £200 on pay-as-you-go, you're getting a pretty nifty phone with a 1.7 GHz dual-core processor. While it lacks some of the more modern features of the S5 Mini, it's still got support for 4G, so browsing the net can be super speedy too. It's worth remembering that both the S4 Mini and the S3 Mini have limited internal storage. This will cause problems if you want to install large games, although some content can be moved to the microSD card, like music and videos, but apps sometimes can't. 1080p video is possible with the S4 Mini, and the photos from the 8-megapixel camera are some of the best you'll get out of a small phone. The S3 Mini only shoots 5-megapixel photos and tops out at 720p video. Interestingly, the S5 Mini doesn't include 4K video shooting, and the camera is still the 8-megapixel snapper from the S4 Mini, so advantages of getting the more modern phone here are relatively small. With the S5 Mini, you're getting pretty much everything you can do on the full-size Galaxy S5, and it's only £100 more than the S4 Mini too. So that includes a heart rate monitor, fingerprint scanner, and the updated and rather cool Samsung Health app, which presents everything in a graphical and clear manner. There's loads of power too, a quad-core processor, blazing fast LTE speeds for those who get 4G contracts in the future, and a 2100 mAh battery is also decent and should outlast the smaller power packs in the S3 and S4 Minis. The big difference on the S5 Mini is that you get a proper HD screen. It's a relatively modest 720 by 1280, but it's still nice and crisp, especially when compared to the S3 Mini, which looks a bit dated now, given that screen technology has moved on perhaps more than any other aspect of phone technology. All three phones have the advantage that they're not massive, they'll fit easily inside a pocket and aren't going to dominate the hand, and can be used with one hand too, a distinct advantage over the larger S5 and phablets like the Note 4. So here's our advice. For the budget conscious, the S3 Mini is a great choice. Limited storage and power mean it won't suit power users, but for those who want a basic phone, it's ideal, giving you good access to the advantages of a smartphone. The S4 Mini is great value. If you can live without the fingerprint scanner and the heart rate monitor of the S5, then it's pretty much ideal. You'll save a decent amount of money getting this phone over the newest model, and it's smart looking, has good power and performance, and should offer everything most users need. If you must have the latest and want to track fitness and get a bit more power and performance, then go for the S5 Mini. It's more expensive, although if you're on a contract, you'll probably hardly notice, but you will have the latest handset with some ultra cool features.